middle, and another person sees that we are trying to separate the problem, another person comes along and grabs the other one. It's the way we've done it since I've gotten here. That's the way we've done it. There's been a couple of incidents where we didn't have it completely covered, but just as quick as the incident happened, security, those of us who are security stepped in and calmed everything down real quick.
Yeah, usually look like more aggressive side, you catch that first. Then if you separate back, then usually this other side will start finding weapon or something. Then you need to quickly catch the other side. Then you physically separate and visually separate these things, because the aggressiveness going to other side. So the person, third party will be usually have less aggressive. You maybe get punched, but I don't know if you have skill to stop them. That's great. You cannot, don't step into. Yeah, something like that.
I think the biggest problem is many people are upset because of personal problems. That's the main thing. And so maybe someone says, you know, can I borrow the paper plate? They'd say something. But people need like self-calming skills.
Right. So in that level, I introduce two concepts. It's called the primary process and secondary process. So primary process is whatever the person identifies. So like usually usual person usually identify your body and the space around here, or these things. Some people who are very altered states of consciousness, different states of consciousness, maybe identify different level. That's also good to observe.
I think what I think you're saying, can I say, is that within your reach is your space of control.
Yeah. Like how do I do? Maybe let's drop this one.
Okay.
It seems like when you're telling us something, we should wait for questions. Let him continue his thought. Oh, we always do this. This not you, Tim. I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah, I dropped this concept. Before that, I like to introduce this one. I think this is more useful. This is called, let's say, I think it's traditionally called centering. I use process mind. I have a three-tier model of reality. Top level is consensus reality, which a majority of people think it's real. Like this is not a book, this is City Hall. We consent that reality, consensus reality. And next level is the dreamland. Dreamland can be like, oh, I feel like a big elephant is flying there, but probably other people don't agree. So that's a non-consensus reality. And sometimes City Hall is mine, or my backpack must be stay here forever. That I believe, but other people don't consent. So that kind of thing, dreamland situation. But you know, some people just that's dreamland. And the bottom level is a sentient level, essence level, which is like oneness, or all people are connected, kind of like spiritual reality. So dreaming is shooting from essence level to dreamland to consensus reality. So that's my reality model. So the process mind is something basically having sense of your center and ground, basically grounding. Like you basically more if you really loosen your body and let the earth move you. That kind of sense help when you intervene. If you're more grounded, you're more centered, and you're more lucid, more present. So that kind of thing is, any intervention, just grounded, centered is maybe good to do first. A little more meditative, so you are aware of what's going on. That's good. Super. I did it right. Okay. Oh. And next is maybe I did many. So would you like to contribute any other things, some key for intervention?
I think I was just saying persuasion is very beneficial.
Persuasion. Can you say more?
Sometimes when you persuade somebody, by convincing them
Mhm.
that it's not healthy, it's not good, talking to their
I'd say this way.
flexible mind.
I'd say, in a normal state of consciousness, people almost don't fight. But if you maybe get drunk or smoking too much pot,
There's a problem.
or some people bring, or whatever, let's say life wave is not quite here. So it's like basically living in more dreamland.
So you have to direct them.
Right. These I call more extreme states of consciousness. So these extreme states of consciousness, people usually get lost around clarity. So if you deal with this situation, any clarity is actually helpful. Just go home and sleep,
Right.
or take rest.
Just bread and water.
Yes, anything clear intervention is helpful because of these situations, like clarity get lost. And also, October 6th, anyway, any people maybe at the beginning of 10th having like a whole group in auto state. So like I felt like the camping itself as in dream. So I think all people step into auto states, somehow extreme states of consciousness. So any clear intervention is very helpful. It's okay to be wrong, because if it's wrong intervention, the person follow, it doesn't work and come back. So the clarity is crucial.
Are you saying that if we're having a conflict, it might work to come up and ask if that person is hungry because we're sharing food right now, even though they're engaged in a fight?
Great. I would say that reframe. I would say yes, and my framing is called channel shifting. It's if you fight, usually fighting is sometimes called relationship channel, or some people do more visual, people watch things, and some people more listen and speak. So angry people feeling passion a lot. So if you are able to intentionally switch channel, that sometimes helps. So are you hungry? Automatically bringing into feeling, and that's really helpful. And also tasting, smelling channel.
Just switching back to reality. Everything
Can be that way, yes.
You need a cigarette.
Cigarette.
He's not trying. Cigarettes.
I think though the concept of shifting emotions from extreme anger to kindness may switch the emotion from negative to positive.
Well, that's I would say, let's say, that's okay. That's I call meta skill. Yes, like if you speak or behave anything from your heart, that's also helpful. Yes, generally speaking, yes.
See, I've won with each case, person-to-person cases, so pretty much I've learned patience. Also, may not work a lot, but a little can go a long way. So it just depends like how bad the escalation got.
Yeah.
I'd like to add something.
Sure.
That I've found to be really effective is it happens like really. I learned this kind of by stumbling into it, really. So it happens like in the moment. It's always a different situation. So I'm gonna try and just give you like the concept that I see happening is. So if Jiro was yelling at Mary about something, I don't really have to know what he's yelling at her about, and I don't have to agree with him with what he's yelling at her about. But if I can let him know that I'm hearing what he's saying and acknowledging that there's something there, I notice a lot of times, just like I'll tell people, like they may be totally wrong, and I don't know that yet. But sometimes I'll just tell people, I'll be like, yeah, you're right, man, you're right, absolutely right. But check it out, this is really disrupting this group right now. Come on over here and talk to me and tell me what's going on. And just telling people that they're right when they just really want somebody to tell them that they're right goes a long way. And then just being there, just listening to them when they just want somebody to listen to them. I mean, sometimes that's all it takes. I just tell people, yeah, you're right. Now tell me what's going on. And they just instantly come down.
Right. I'm here.
Have you ever worked with the homeless? Have you ever treated people before? Have you worked with the homeless people on the street before, or only in office settings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would love to watch.
But
how
some
you
people
do
do
it.
have more experience, but I did some. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it has a little bit different feel sometimes.
Right.
Or
Right.
relationship.
Yes.
No, I mean, I stopped the whole group fight with a cowbell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, so you can, I mean, pretty much, I mean, I'm just going to say, I mean, there's a lot of things you can distract and take off the center, what's the focus and the attention. I mean, the hostility just seems like, because I mean, I just rang the cowbell just because there's nothing else to do. And it de-escalated, I mean, just
Yes.
from throwing
Okay.
the attention off of it.
Great.
Something else. I mean, I was just saying.
Super. I almost have three topics around there. One is especially more like arguing type of conflict. It's called ghost role. The listener is ghost. And somebody like, my opinion is X, Y, Z, but nobody is listening. So then this person's reality, somebody is listening, but nobody taking the role of listener. So somebody said, I hear you. That helps. That de-escalate. That's probably the first de-escalation signal or intervention. Yes, I hear you. And then also I join that one is that if the person is a little more like arguing and step into the altered states, extreme states, you need to match the energy equal or just a little bit up. And if you match lower, sometimes it doesn't work. So I hear you have to be same tension, a little bit up.
Well, do you have to how forceful do you have to be to make so they understand how
Right.
serious you go?
So in that case, I would
May I?
use.
Yeah, so what I found that goes right along with that is, like if somebody's really intense and they're really mad, and you're saying they need to know somebody's listening to them. But if you just say, yeah, I'm listening to you, they might think it's bullshit. But if you're really yelling, and I go, yeah, man, I hear you,
That's more
you
Yeah.
are like looking at me and you're going, he really is emotionally connecting where I am.
Matching.
And because you're in the same place they are, they expect, if you feel what they're feeling and you really understand what they're feeling, then you're going to be as upset as they are. And if you can say, yes, I hear you, that's right, that is bullshit, at least they know this person is with me,
Yes, tension go
and
down.
then you can lead them away, and they're not alone.
Because they have somebody to relate to. We're
Yeah,
not
exactly.
related to, thank you.
Yes, then that I would say that part, like once you join, I call like martial artist or Aikido style. Like, somebody is doing this way, you join, yes, and rerouting. So, I mean, like, first you join and like, if somebody says, I'm angry about X, then like, wow, you have lots of passion to change, kind of reframing. Yes. Like somebody say, you cannot drink my alcohol, then you can say, wow, you want to make other person very happy. Like you reframing is very crucial. So, like that. Yes, yes, people come to Occupy movement, maybe say, wow, you have lots of passion to change the society right here, right now. So that's, that kind of rerouting, like reframing is very good.
And you're matching something that's real, though. That's really the important
yeah.
part. You can't bullshit them. You know what it's like to try to bullshit somebody who's already mad. They're going to go after you.
Feeling on the
Yes.
fly there. And then maybe later, the next day, you continue with that.
Super. Yes, I call this one, let's say, double signal. Like double signal is no or yes.
Well, I bring the reverse.
Right, or I'm so depressed, or I'm very, very excited, so happy.
Oh, mixed signals.
Yes, mixed signal, but double signal.
Double.
So that means that I hear you, but I'm just not hearing. So it's like, it's mixed signal, that's a lot.
What happens if you get somebody that's so stubborn that it goes on for like, you can't de-escalate? How should we de-escalate?
Okay, so maybe, I think theory, we did lots of theory, so So we do literally like a lab training style. So you can be the dark person, then everybody intervene, then see the de-escalation signal. Is it good? Okay. Can you be the tough person?
Oh yes.
Well, if you
Should we
need
get on our
an
feet?
yeah, if you need an enemy.
I know.
Should we get on our feet and maybe
Oh, yeah.
so we can move around a little easier, interact, and
I'll
everything?
go over and say something over here real quick. Okay.
So if you need an enemy, you
Just try and
can.
say something.
Oh, sure.
De-escalation goes either until it's de-escalated or someone actually goes violence. At that point, all violence needs to be broken up and just put an end to.
Yeah, but I believe that we cannot stop it on our own. Then because we're not trained. And I'm sorry that that's it that way. That's the way I'm.
If we can't de-escalate it,
Like,
or you
let's
can't
say
physically stop violence
Let's say
from
I'm
happening.
the nut that just will not shut his mouth. Like
Be aggressive.
I'm being so aggressive, let's say that like 5 of you came or
If they
more
don't
to
hear.
get you out of the situation.
We're going to do some demonstration of going through it like
The person that's so upset, they don't hear anything you say.
That's possible.
That's the hard one.
Sometimes
yeah.
you have to be in the moment, and you have to be very creative, and you have to hear what's being tried. And if nothing's connecting with this guy, sometimes you just find something. You keep trying. You keep trying. You keep trying.
Okay, I just tell you
And
that.
see.
Right, I just tell you the concept. If you like practice, it's kind of you need a lot of time. But I just tell you the concept. If the person is really very extreme, then still same actually. But the point is now you need to authentically express your extremeness. You need to be really crazy basically. And then if you really able to say match a little bit up, not less, then usually this person flip the extremeness. Then this person starts becoming a caretaker usually, or a normal person. Then this person says, hey, like take rest or get medicated or eat something. Then
He becomes the
Yes.
de-escalator.
Yes, because you take so like authentically extreme side, then extreme person takes back to other side. That's the methodology. But prepare for if you step into that, probably 10 minutes to half day, your head is pretty gone. So yes, you're not quite ready. I'm not sure. Yeah, but there's a method. Then if the person prescribe that figure, then you use this advice back to the person. I mean, if the person says like eat something, then you recommend the person to eat.
Yeah.
Then probably it works. Yeah, because the healthy part showed up. Then yeah, that's so-called flipping. So okay, so are you ready for the tough situation? Maybe you need an enemy or.
Jimmy, I nominate you. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And you describe the situation.
I don't know if this will even pan.
So is this, I'm an
that
angry
tall.
person?
I'm so happy trying to you're trying to de-escalate.
I'm trying to de-escalate, you know?
Yes.
You show the conflict, other people will try to intervene.
Oh, so
And-
like an enemy.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
big conflict.
Oh.
Okay. I thought it was de-escalate. Okay.
Well, it's leading up to the
You
de-escalation.
two are angry. All right,
Well, you can create.
I give you something. You just stole something from my tent.
Oh.
I'm just.
Wait a minute, I stole from him now. I can't now because this is good. Okay.
Maybe.
Go do it.
How about let's stand up then. You can practice the grounding, centering, grounding, and then safe distance. You probably
Maybe you
develop a
have it
safe
loud,
distance.
People think someone's okay.
Seriously, kid.
All right. Okay.
Plug yours, everyone. It's tequila being aggro.
I actually go for
My brother-in-law who's starting to lose my voice, so I'll go loud. So with the helm, and I think he stole some stuff from my tent, like my laptop and my DVD player.
Wait a minute, are you accusing me of stealing the thing?
I do believe so. That was, good one.
Wait a minute. I know that you are not
Yes,
accusing
I'm
me
going
of stealing
on.
your shit. I have better other things to do than go around homeless
me
people's
closer.
shit and going through their shit. You know what I mean? But
No, it's not. This is called edge.
That's real serious.
It's because I'm trying to act.
Special moment.
Alright. So, I mean, I think that you should back up before you get fucked up.
Hey, easy.
It's alright, it's alright. It's cool, it's cool. No, it's good.
No, but he just accused me of stealing going in his shit.
I understand.
Stealing his shit.
I would be pissed
I
off.
don't do this shit. I mean, I don't go around, like I said, stealing from other homeless
What the
people.
person, this person is now talking to him instead of him. So this is a big thing, big signal.
Okay.
So he are able to relate to person who are intervening. Maybe relationship is already there. That's a big, big thing.
I would be pissed off if somebody accused me of something too. I would feel exactly the
I know,
same
but
way.
I mean, he
I would
just
feel the
wasn't
same way.
asking me.
I
Instead
know.
of just coming up asking me, he's saying, "Oh, I think I stole
I know.
shit." I mean, there's many other people out here besides me who, you know, they're
Right,
totally just
totally. Now he's quoting third party means that this person is you, me, then lots of other person. If anybody says lots of person means this person is not insecure. This is a backup person. That's why quoting third party. So in this case, you need to support that opinion by then you feel less secure. Less secure people are usually easier to handle.
How do you do that? What?
Less insecure.
So he, because he quoted someone else, like he needed someone to back up, we can tell he's insecure, but what do you do then?
You support that opinion.
So, yeah, I've heard that too. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like that,
I
like
know
that.
exactly where you're coming from. I hear
So
that
what
shit
then
all
one
the
time,
time.
I mean, I'm still being.
See, now it's de-escalated already.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
It really much is. That is something. It really is.
You two weren't too worked
Okay.
out.
So
But
that-
now
that-
Tequila's mad about
it's
being
okay,
accused.
Is that too complex, too fast?
No, that was good.
That's good? Pretty good?
How much can it go on with one?
Okay. Maybe alright, you have some difficult person also.
Yes.
Can you describe?
Well, I've had an incident with, I was over at the Hughes. This is one evening, and I was off. And actually, before I got off, there was this kid who was being living, and I tried to just, it was, he was just saying no. I don't think you have the authority to tell me what to do. Well, I tried to talk him down. He got louder. Finally, by that time, I had somebody else there, and pretty much all I did was ask him, like, this person had a little more experience than I had, so pretty much I asked what the situation was. So it was, it's good to also work in pairs too.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this because from what I've learned, it's easier just in case of really flustered, you have a second opinion.
Yeah. And two person can watch different things. Okay, so wow, we did pretty cool thing. How's this de-escalation training going for you? Is that
Very well. Give it a
good?
10.
Good.
Give it a 10.
Super. So maybe I introduce a little more concept. Okay, let's do rank awareness. Oh my gosh, 80%. 80% of your conflict, even with a verbal level, even not verbal level. Rank concept is basically concept of different kinds of power and strength and resources. So some people do have a physical power, and some people have let's say social power. Like for example, now I'm leading this de-escalation sessions. I'm temporarily have I can decide what's going on in this group. It's called social rank. And some people
Rank? Is it rank?
rank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably everybody thinks it's
Like military rank. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Okay, this is very tricky. Some people do have a so-called future rank or future power, which you almost usually, if you're in the oppressed side, like a racial minority or sexual minority or gender identity minorities, yes, or women, yes. I'm a little bit sexist now. Anyway, so what am I doing? Yeah, thanks for super. Thanks for great. Your contribution is super. And if you stay in that group for a long time, usually you're more easy to become happy and experiencing love or feeling like I'm supported by bigger than human being or more comfortable for truth. Or you actually almost you're more lucid. You can see lots of power structure if you don't have one. but that's spiritual rank. What am I saying? Then, yeah, if you're able to, okay, this one. Usually, if you don't have any of this power, financial power, physical power, social power, psychological, there's also psychological power, which is maybe you are able to differentiate you and other person well, you have less projection, or maybe you feel good about oneself. I like me, I'm pretty good, my self-confidence, self-esteem is high. This kind of, yeah, that's a psychological power, and emotionally more aware, something like that. So these different kinds of power and strength, usually if you have one, you forget, or you don't know sometimes. If simply you don't know, you're not aware if you have one. And if you don't have one, you cannot do lots of things, so you are very aware of something you don't have one. So what happens is like this. In any conflict happen, then almost always people feel other person using wrong way, the other person using power wrong way, both way actually. Like the people who have usually like a social rank, like have usually less spiritual rank. So almost fighting happen, then so high social rank person seems to be politically wrong, but sometimes less social rank person are misusing spiritual power. And if you watch the face, sometimes the oppressed side people are smiling, and then like president or something like organizer or high class person are like faces like dead, or they're scared. So that kind of situation, obviously spiritual rank is well used in that context. So if you are framed like, wow, you seem to be comfortable in this conversation, then you can literally frame a wake up for the power or whatever in that situation. So that's one of concepts. Any questions?
So basically what you're saying there is just when you see people in conflict, it may help to understand the rank difference that these two people may have. One person may feel that they're superior than the other, and the other one may feel that they're inferior than the other one. And so that will play into the dynamics. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. In point is that rank has more than two power going on. One side feel I'm inferior, other side is superior. The other attribute maybe like financial power, physical power, social power, psychological power. You are more superior, the other person is inferior. So that complexity makes a big problem.
Well, if I may say what it sounds like to me, it almost sounds like be careful when you see a conflict. You have to differentiate between people agreeing with someone because they have a higher social rank, or because they don't have as good of speech skills, communication skills to really be able to make their point clearly, but they may not necessarily be in the wrong. So we should be constantly looking for that.
That's one of yes, one of yes.
I thought I heard you say that while we may not be, say, financially as powerful as someone else, just a moment. And I might feel more spiritually centered than the person who may have more money than me, and I'm trying to have some de-escalation, that I would rely on what I know to have in abundance, because we're looking for putting an equal ground again. So it seems like a person might not be aware of the fact that we all have, rank in how we feel we have power in different aspects, and we should look for where we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. I would say this way. Yes, I say yes. And it's not so easy to become more aware of what your power and strength. But one easy way is celebrate or enjoying it. Like for example, I'm really enjoying skill of de-escalation thing. So I'm really happy to use my power and strength. But yeah, then anything you enjoy using any power you have, then enjoying usually have an awareness. That's the point. Yes, like what happens is usually you're very upset, then you use your power in almost unconscious way, like boom. Then other side feel like ouch, That's what happens. So if you even upset, you are able to enjoy your power, then you use your power a little more conscious way. So just enjoying your power is increasing your awareness of your high rank
Well,
thoughts.
definitely be careful when it comes to the concept of enjoying your power.
Yeah, and
Kind of murky waters.
yeah, enjoy your power to share with your friends. That's very helpful usually.
I
Yeah.
mean, enjoy having the influence to be able to benefit the group.
Yeah.
Right?
We're talking about one-on-one de-escalation, and one person having a lot of power, and you need to assert yourself, and you may not have the kind of power that this person does. Like Tequila would be bigger than me physically, but I might have some kind of other power to put myself back up into a level and slightly above for control.
Yeah, and you obviously have lots of media power and computer skill. That's
So
highest.
basically, your physical strength, your friends, and your communication skills.
Right. I mean, I had can I share what I mean? Like, I had that happen the other day. There was a fella who was really angry at us because he doesn't like our protests, but he was really drunk. And then in the morning he told me what he meant sober, and he's been kind of an outsider. He's been kind of haggling or whatever, heckling us. When there was a conflict with he and another person, and he was drunk again, I was able to pretend like I had nothing to do with any of it. I'm just walking up on the scene, happy to see him, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. And I gave him a big hug, talked about his suspenders or whatever, and then he told me he doesn't like someone speaking to him that way, and we just walked off together. My obliviousness to everyone else, or apparent obliviousness, and just able to be loving, just happened because of my connection to him the day before. So it was a different kind of power. I mean, I wouldn't call it like power struggle, but it was a different advantage I had to people. Persuasion, perhaps. I don't know. Because he was bigger than me. Way bigger.
I would like to actually add a couple of pointers and things if that's okay. Today we were for the night we're taking a walk, just to parse around. I've noticed that there were some rangers that were really loud. I've also had experiences with people that are too it's hard because I've seen people argue with or about just random stuff. And just this morning I actually just de-escalated a problem between one guy, two total different strangers, and pretty much I felt like all they needed was somebody to talk to. And sometimes, Kiki, for example, I've learned a lot from him. I also had friends that have different type of mental illness. So a lot of people got to understand. Not a lot of you cannot see a lot of people with a mental illness on the outside that you got to take into consideration. A lot of people are happily inside. So how do you also, and the question is, how can you distinguish that from somebody just being blatantly religious?
I'd say first, let's say this line is harming oneself or harming other person. This line, if the person is crossing the line, probably police is the best person who can take care. Or police are able to take care if that line is crossed. And if it's before that, I would say, how about this way? It's not so easy to access your inside extremeness or extreme consciousness. Very different from normal usual state. But if you start accessing the best time in your life, maybe enlightened moment, one with the universe, or peak experience, whatever the best euphoric time, then you know that consciousness is so different, and then you get familiar with extremeness. And once you get familiar with extremeness, then like this crazy person are not so crazy because you know these details. So it's like altered state consciousness, the extreme state consciousness is reactive. If you are comfortable with this area, this person is not extreme. But if you're comfortable with this area, this person is very extreme. So that's how I frame. That makes sense, okay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Comfort zone. One's comfort zone.
Yeah, like if you know this far out consciousness, then a little easier. Well, even like it's those tricky one. The person is very extreme. Usually, almost not. Let's say usually this person doesn't look like a person, like always switching or something, because the person is picking up all the field. Field is like almost like a weather around like special whatever, some other dimensional field. And if you are able to pick up the field, and if you can become the person, then this called role is not so pushed into that person. Does it make sense? Okay, I'm not sure. It makes sense.
You're saying you dilute it, sort of, you kind of like absorb the extreme part?
Yeah, like for example, let's say some person is very expressive, like then if everybody can be a little more expressive about my political opinion or passion to occupy, or then the person probably have less energy to express. That's guessing, because that role is in field, and the marginalized people are not quite connected to this reality. People have tendency to pick up this dream in the field. That's kind of just you try. That's almost like if you think the person is very extreme, then if you are able to do something in the relationship base about this extremeness, so you become more expressive in a person. You watch the person may be de-escalated by without intervention. Just you are working here. That's kind of like does it make sense? Okay. Like look like magic, but
I also heard you say that if you're having trouble getting to that point, your dream state type of mentality might be a better place to come from, and you have to think in those terms. And I know people have diverse spiritual beliefs, and some of them are extremely eclectic and powerful and so forth, so they're already prepared. If they can bring that to them, might be easier than the workings of camp and the everyday this and that, compared to the person who's flailing all around and making no sense.
That's true. Actually true.
In addition to that, we all have our strengths.
Yeah.
And so we can relate to different levels with different types of people. So like say, maybe I would not be able to relate on a certain level, or someone else comes in and says, I'll take care of it, and it goes real smooth because they have a different talent and handles it better than maybe I haven't quite got there yet.
Right, like some people can work on energy level. Is that yes? That's a potential for a very extreme person.
To go in and feel a little bit first, and feel what's going to work. That's a little bit what's going to work. And know what will work.
Yes.
But one problem that I want to point out is everybody wants to be the one to fix it. And if you are upset, and people are like this, no.
Okay.
And this has been happening also.
Super. Yeah. This is yes. The person that called attention up by lots of attention. Yes. More people get together in whatever conflict happening, then tension actually go up.
Yeah.
Then just removing people around the conflict zone will de-escalate. Yes.
Who is being most successful at home?
Yeah. So you're framing successful intervention. Yes, right.
So we can actually consider all of us participating, but one person engaging that person perhaps, and we'll observe and see if it's working. And then because I mean, I know everybody wants to participate, but in a sense we are. If we're aware and we're seeing how one person is doing, and then when they aren't successful, somebody else tries something else.
Or the most successful should be the one taking the lead.
Well, we'll all have different luck with different people, yeah.
Yeah, teamwork. Developing teamwork.
Yeah, they walk off with them.
Yes, I see your hand.
About what you're saying, I think what you're saying is you're saying so many people come that escalates worse.
Yeah.
Also, when you say so many, that's one metric is how many people. And right at the very beginning, when you first opened up this, I thought, how do you tell when there's trouble? I always see someone moving
like
so
yes,
many
like
people, and I'm saying the
I-
security are moving toward the problem, and there's an actual metric. So much pounds of human flesh is moving inches toward the so-called problem, but it makes it worse. So why
Right.
are you moving toward the person? And
Great,
if you want to help, you're like, oh, I want to help you. Like, that makes it worse.
right on,
I've
right
been helped
on.
like that all the time, and it really does not help at all.
Right,
People
I-
converging on something,
Uh-huh.
like what is it? Wasn't anything even happening when you converge? Then there's something happening now.
Right, right. Like yes, the
Physical movement toward another person is interpreted as aggressive.
yes,
It can.
it can be.
You can do it right.
For me, it's all the time.
Oh,
I bet
great,
I can,
great.
I bet I
Okay,
can
now
approach
it's
you
conflict
right now
right
and
here.
you won't feel like I'm aggressive toward you at all. I bet I can do it right now. You won't feel any.
Right, some
if I
people
can do it right now.
Movement is a big deal.
Right, but
Okay, let's
if
do
I
it.
just approach you like
Can,
this
do you mind
right
standing up?
I really don't want to do that.
Okay, okay.
Don't worry, I have
Jimmy,
more
calm down.
confidence
You
today
did it.
already.
You did it
Just
right
here 2 hours
now.
ago.
You did it right now, right here. So, wow. So,
They're all here too.
so let's go slow.
But I guess really what I was saying is,
Right.
it's about mindfulness. And if something happens right over there, and Matt goes to try and deal with it, not all of us need to go try and deal with it. But if he's not having any success, maybe somebody else needs to go. And the approach, you can end up with a whole bunch of people over there. But if you do it one at a time,
Okay, let's just say you had a special moment. Let's stay here, you and me. How about that?
okay.
I see by you approaching her, the tension went up. Does it make sense?
She did ask.
Yes.
Yes.
She did ask to not do that example.
Right. So
She asked when I was approaching. She didn't ask me before I approached.
now
So-
you said she. Let's say you and me. How about that? Is that too much? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, let's go very slow. We go slow.
You have that?
So
Oh,
have
you're
that?
into
That tree?
can you say something?
I used to know where we're at. I said there's a lot of conflict in, I don't know where I was at. Yeah, you have to go around the person, but don't go like in their face like, hey, you're causing a problem. Go on for it. Because that keeps happening. It's just really simple. It really isn't that
Plus, we're
weird and
curious.
bizarre.
Great.
And we get drawn, and we know each other, so a new
And then even
person.
when the person might not have been the one that to come, but the security wants to feel like a security thing at the moment they go in the next.
Right.
And there is a gender thing here.
Yeah, thanks for wake us
We need to
up
have
all.
Angry, mean men.
Yes.
We could
Joking.
teach Jeremy.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to solve it.
We could teach Jeremy how to.
Great. Super. Now I get attacked. Yeah, let's. Okay. Now actually.
No, I'm just saying it's a
No.
big issue.
Now
Gender.
you and me have conflict right here, right now.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Like it?
You said you cannot resolve before 8:30.
No, I'm saying that the gender problem, men-women relations is a big topic. That's
Yes,
what
sexism is huge in Occupy movement. I totally agree.
I'm- everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. So
It has a lot to do with conflict. So.
great. So let's. I like we as group right here, right now, has a conflict around sexism. So is that okay to focus on that topic right here, right now?
I have
Yeah.
I wanted to mention before, I have to leave this early, is I think it's very important that people here learn skills so that they do not get upset at other people for any reason. Maybe they have a personal problem today, they can calm themselves before yelling at someone else and starting conflicts.
Okay.
There are many people here that have problems with homeless or, they have other personal problems and they're having a bad day, take it out. And we need to teach people to stay calm and make themselves feel good. I think it's very important.
Right.
More so than teaching everybody how to listen. Everybody wants to be in.
Okay, in that framework, I simply state that yes, if you have blue band or you have a radio or if you have little uniform like or more better clothing and you get close, yes, you increase tension. Yes, I would say yes.
No, I'm talking about the people that are working here at Occupy. Some of them, they're having a bad day inside. And so they yell at somebody else in Occupy and might start. People need, like, let's say, affirmations, you know, how to make themselves feel good when they are feeling or having a bad day. So that they do not be mad at other people for no reason. Do you understand?
That happened too. So
I think the group needs to learn these self-coping skills for their own fun.
great. Thank you. Thank you very much for your opinion.
Okay.
And okay. So how about
We
now?
could do another meeting
Great. So
another time
sexism.
if you want.
Great. Sexism and how do you say bad day process is the two topics on
self.
yes. Any other topics would you like to focus on in this group?
I just want to say to what Matthew said, what you said at the very beginning, distraction by offering something else that's really grounded. I agree. We have special needs, whether they're, it's hard to sleep on the pavement, or we are dealing with problem with our Occupy reputation for the day, or what lack of sleep, lack of money, lots of stress. I mean, between all of us, it seems like everybody all the time is dealing with something really difficult just on their own. And so as a community, even though there's a conflict and it may have nothing to do with it, I would like somebody to not be offended while I offer them a little bit of food at the same time as they're resolving their conflict, or whatever. It's difficult.
Okay, so
Sometimes people they just want to fight.
right. Yes, yes, I would say how to,
It's all talking by itself.
yes,
I don't want to
you can do free therapy actually. Yes, if you're into it, actually free therapy and de-escalation technology is pretty close, honestly speaking. But yes, you can be nice to person. That's helpful. Yes.
If you know them, you can be able to come up to them and say, hey, let's go and talk and get it out of your system.
But we have to realize it's about ourselves too, like, when we're tired, and that would take
People need to learn to just be
time.
nice a lot.
It takes time and practice,
Walk
right?
away.
Okay, so I'm okay.
Yes, another topic for to talk about. Also I don't know what you would say, but the class issue with like what people would say, street people, whatever, versus yuppies. That's a big one too.
Right.
Or people that used to be that still acts that way. That's a big one too.
Right. Yeah.
That's the sexism.
That's one of the things that we're trying to get rid of, though,
Right.
because we all here are relating.
Sama.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
That's for a topic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Super.
that's one of the main ones.
Great.
That
so
sounds like
yes,
a good topic.
I would say social, economic classism versus sexism and the personal, personal emotional process. So 3 topics on table. Would you, any other topics would you like to focus on? Okay, so which one would you like to focus on? Both, or how do you choose?
I want to vote for what Matt was talking about.
And then he has to leave them.
Emotional.
That's okay. I mean, do I usually seem upset or maybe they're trying to talk about it?
So is that
Like
Okay.
not pointing at the
yeah, I noticed the group had pretty lots of energy around there. So is that okay to little marginalize temporary sexism and classism topic? Okay, is that okay? Okay, so let's talk about this. How do you say? Oh, you did.
Yes, but I showed you a video.
Oh, sure. Let's focusing on daily life tiredness, and today I'm bad mood. I want to fight because I'm in bad mood level. So how do you work on this topic? How do you work on this situation? Anybody can be a bad mood person?
Do I have to be the guinea pig again?
No. I'm pretty snappy if somebody can hold this for me.
Yeah, I'm not a bad. I de-escalate too.
So, wait, let me have George do it because it's his computer.
I'm trained for this.
I don't want to drop it.
Just let you know.
So,
only playing these best just because I was listening to what you
Oh, alright. Which one? Is this fasting or sexy?
Oh no, this is the bad mood.
Okay.
Bad mood. I wanna fight.
Personal de-escalation.
Oh wow. I gotta do this.
Anybody.
Okay, I mean,
Sean, I can do it.
want to be the? You want to do the? Yeah,
I can be.
Jiro.
I can be bad.
Yeah, because I can't like that. That's just
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can be the innocent girl.
Yeah. Oh, just coming in.
Oh, I
Well, that's a
Can I be the
bad mood
de-escalator?
person. Okay, that's all good. Ah, ouch. Wow.
I'm coming down here just for you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming here. Oh yeah. Wow, you have a lot of energy.
Are you acting?
Oh,
You're so good. I saw you.
Bravo. Thank you.
I'll take my
Well, I thought I was going to be the bad mood person, so I was like,
No.
Oh, I thought you said innocent. That's
Sorry
why
for
I wasn't
confusion.
listening. Bad hearing.
Okay. All right. Do it again.
No, you did great intervention. You
Okay.
related. Like relating.
The last thing I heard is I need someone to be in a bad mood. And I thought,
Yes.
Yes.
No, come here.
Let's do again. Okay.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
Oh, I need.
but I didn't know what tequila was.
Okay,
At that
he's
moment.
out. It's just you and
Okay.
me. See what I mean? Except this time I know which one I am. Okay, so I'm the innocent in this.
You try to intervene.
I'm gonna intervene with her being in a bad mood. Or someone
Yeah,
else?
yeah. No, bad mood in I don't know in this situation.
Just her.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's in a bad mood.
Yeah,
and
this
I'm
is
gonna try to help.
it's called preventative style. If
Okay,
you know
so-
go around, you find a bad mood person, just work on this way. Yeah,
Okay, so you're in
preventative.
a angry
Everybody's good.
mood,
Yeah.
so you're stomping and I would.
Okay, back in it.
Yeah.
Only the kids that don't like
So I don't.
I hate rehab. I'm gonna go down. Anybody got anything? I can't
You need a
take it.
cigarette.
It's really bad.
Great,
That'll
great.
do
So
it.
first, she was watching this way, and you get approach from this way. Oh, that's dangerous.
That is?
Yes, look at the eye and then approaching from the eye side. If she's looking at this way,
Okay.
yes, that's very crucial.
That's where she can get on her good.
Yes, in a
So
distance.
she knows and you don't startle
Yes,
if
yes.
somebody.
That is
Oh, okay,
amazing.
okay. So, all right.
Now I need 5 cigarettes.
Okay, so, hey. Did I hear you need a cigarette?
I'm trying to quit though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
horrible. I hate
Okay.
to be. Thanks for understanding. God.
Great.
It's
Now,
my second
the first
day.
de-escalation signal. She said, "Thank you." That's big.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I should just like take a walk or something. You got anything for me to do?
I will take a walk with you. I have
Really?
to go over to the left.
Let's do
So, all right.
Oh, you did a good job.
I'm so glad we got along
Amazing.
finally.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, you know.
She's easy though. That was easy. People
Yes.
are not that easy to.
Okay, so you can be the tough.
I can be
tough.
mean. I
Okay,
can be really
mean. Let's do mean case.
I have experience with this because I got all snappy because I was strung out. People know
Yeah,
that.
wherever standing up, wherever
All right.
just mean person.
Okay, I just.
Do something irritating, so you know, like a normal thing,
Oh,
right?
I
Everyone's all like
like.
people crowding around.
So who would you like to intervene?
Hot. Flicking ashes,
I'll do it.
smoke
Okay,
in your
sure.
face,
Okay.
camera in your face, right?
Excuse me, is something wrong with you?
Negative feedback.
Oh, now come on, Mary.
Oh, yeah,
Do I know this person?
Wait, slow down.
Okay.
Okay, wait, stop. Please.
I'm a big person.
Slow. Yes, that's the point. This is basically negative feedback. Yes, stop. And you moved from here to there. That's dangerous. You are you are escalating.
Too fast.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, great. You stepped back. I think
the
it's-
question is, do I know Mary? See, I was thinking if I know Mary, I know I can approach Mary because if I knew her on the scenario.
Well, actually,
Right.
this is hard because I love you. So pretend I know you, but I don't love you
Wow.
as much as I do.
Wow. So yes, I say yes to knowing. You know, it's so weird to say. Almost you don't need a conflict resolution skill if you know everybody. That's like almost just knowing you know that person is really super powerful. So yeah. Okay, let's do again.
Alright.
Yeah, but you.
Do I know Mary or do I don't?
whichever.
I don't. Okay, I don't. know.
Let's say,
I
how
don't.
about you? How do you think that person, if the person who interviewed know or don't know?
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance level.
Acquaintance.
Okay.
Okay.
Then probably you instinctively step back
Okay.
when she did the hand.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
So
So-
he backs
I'll
up
go with,
if
I'll
I-
go with
because
it
I'm
like
gonna
I
do the
just
hands
know.
again.
Right, and grounding.
I'm gonna do the hand.
Centering, grounding.
All right.
What's the signal first?
All right, are we going now? Is something wrong?
I want to talk. I'm sorry.
Is there something, anything about it?
Good.
I just said I don't want to talk.
Right, then step back.
Okay, okay, I thought you wanted to do
No.
See, okay, yeah,
Slow. Okay, if you did
Why don't you
intervene.
do it?
Okay.
Yeah,
If
go
you,
ahead. Because that was a hard one. Because normally I'll just, talk about, something. You want a cigarette? Well,
Right,
mine sucks.
right.
There,
sometimes that is a right level to intervene, but in this level, if
Yeah,
you
just
follow,
leave them alone.
No, she gave you super clear signal. I do not want to talk.
Okay.
Then
But
if you
he
step,
wants to de-escalate anyway, and I want to see how you calm
Yeah,
him
that's
down.
what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
right, okay. Then,
Go ahead.
but if you, okay, okay, let's start to it. Okay.
All right, that's good.
Bring it on.
So now I'm kind of grounding, I'm kind of like centering, little loosen body, and slightly soft knee, so that you can move anyway. And I feel that little energy from the earth, let earth move me. I'm really enjoying the breathing together, and I notice this is moving, so probably movement intervention is one of the ideas because she's about to move. Now she needs a protection, maybe she needs to be well protected. Standing up, she's moving great. Wow. Wow. Hi. So she looked at me. I said hi because she started relating. Hi. How's it going?
I don't want
Great.
Thanks.
Super. Thank you. Thanks for taking care of yourself. Then goodbye.
That's it?
Yes.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
That's what. Yeah.
Yes, follow
Now,
the-
if you need
the
someone to
following-
talk to, I'm gonna be right over here.
Right, the following
Or something
her
like that.
signal direction is empowering part. Now she has, just saying, no talking, moving the person out is really empowering. So this environment is under her control. That's good intervention.
Wow.
Yes,
Thank you. I feel
you're welcome. Right, great. So now, see, you see like whole movement, she wanted to, this person move out, she's standing up, whole movement happened. So that you picked up the leg move, dreaming, then under her control, de-escalated. Super. Oh my gosh, was that high tech, too high tech, or is that okay?
Different.
Cool, good.
I just have a response on it. I think it's cool because you didn't try to make a big scene.
Yeah.
You didn't have to intervene to make yourself feel good.
I did, from my point of view, I did lots of intervention. I
Right.
breathed together, centering, yes, these all intervention, yes. And also observing what she's sending signal, following the signal. Her body posture and signal is almost sending answer. So if you follow these answers, then all resolve. Wow, is that good?
It's different. It's different from what we used to.
Oh yeah, it's a super subtle level, yes.
Another reason it makes sense to me is because lots of times when people are mad or act out, even me too, we do want a response. We do want to interact. So you gave her some interaction, which is kind of like a cry for help. Sometimes it seems like you don't want to interact. Not you, but me. It seems like I don't want to interact, but I'm crying out for interaction by making noise or stomping.
Maybe just
Strong
one acknowledgement.
Yeah, acknowledgement, which that's what you gave her. So I thought that was, she might have been saying, hey, someone talk to me. And then you did just finally respond. So it was a natural give and take.
And she manifested her power by I don't want to talk. And then it was followed by me, so it was expressed in a powerful way. So empowered.
I see.
Yes.
Her little thing was
Yes.
very held up.
Yes. Safer
Not her, not you, but the role you're playing.
So like look like 8:25. We have 5 minutes more. Any question or anything? Nothing more? Okay. Maybe I must like because the atmosphere so changed. Maybe I'm like other type of conflict resolution and de-escalation is inner work.
Kind of, because maybe it's because we do know each other a lot, and some of the conflicts that I even have, they're with the people I most care about. So I don't know if that relates to what you're saying.
I thought with depression.
Oh, depression. Okay.
Which is the exact opposite.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's start a general idea in 5 minutes. Okay. Depression. How about like big reframing of depression is that you are now talented to go deeper, or you it's time to go really deep, or maybe almost like a shyness to go deeper, really to the bottom. That you can frame that way. Another one is if the person is comfortable with body, maybe you can push a little bit and watch feedback. Sometimes like push like kind of like some need to go down process can happen. That's one of idea. But what's feedback? If not quite there, then okay. Another one is depressed people sometimes are not quite accessing feelings. So you access for that person. Can be counseling and implying a little more language exchange. Yes, it works in some level, but if you are able to feel out the person, like, whoa, I feel so heavy for you, then you share with that process that it helps enhance the person's feeling of depressed going down. So that's the one of ideas. Wow, it's short. So would you like to be a little bit a depressed person a little bit? No? Maybe? Okay, so
I can actually play that role.
oh, great. Let's try. So okay, please, wherever comfortable style,
sit down.
just depressed. Okay.
Doing okay? What about you?
Yeah, like and I'm really tired. I've been doing for 90 minutes non-stop and
So am I.
how do you know you're tired?
Working long hours.
Uh-huh.
No breaks in between.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Like do you feel like heaviness or anything?
Sometimes, not always.
No, the color right here right now.
A little.
Like may I touch your shoulder? Like you like heavy shoulder or
Not like too much, but noticeable.
okay. I notice you more down. Maybe you wanna is that okay to touch your head? What happened that time right here? You literally changed something here.
I thought about changing the ways that we do
What changed? Can you say more about change?
less hours at the office.
Oh,
More time at home watching TV.
great, sounds good. Super, thanks for sharing. Yeah, I like you are able to resolve by yourself. Great. Thank you very much. Okay, so
What was that?
yeah,
Why push on your head? That was so different.
right. Since it was like lots of intervention, but main approach is when I'm touching head, touching shoulder, his head going slightly down. I catch the process, then a little bit supported. He's probably a little bit unconscious head movement, and a little bit supported. Then when I support, I felt like a little bit going deeper, and he like some eye around there has been shifted. Then something new idea probably showed up the person. Then I just unfolded the new idea to support to the that's.
See, I felt like when I was thinking, like, do I dwell on it or do I just move on? Or dwelling on it actually makes it worse. So dwelling on like the depression part of it, like sometimes how I deal with it is, try to relate with somebody that's got a similar experience. So that person feels like that he or she that's got it is not the only one in not alone.
Yeah, that's a big
And I knew when you touched me, I knew you weren't like trying to hurt me because when I'm in that depressed mode, I didn't know what to do. But then when I felt the pressure, I felt like you actually cared.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like intention is depression means something is depressing you. So if you step into that ghost-role or depressor, but actually if the person who depressed can step into a depressor side, that's also a big thing because usually this has more power there. So that's also other method. Yeah, but also
Does it, I have a question about it. So like if the depressor, that means they would say, okay, it's my so-and-so bugs me, that's what's making me depressed.
Right.
Once I realize it, I get to like dissolve that mythical so-called problem and I'm just making my own problem.
Sometimes that is
That's why I
enough.
wanna
That's
recognize
enough.
it,
Yeah,
so I
awareness is enough. But if the person can be the depressor, can you act out a little bit? I'll be depressed person. That's then.
I mean, I've never seen this before, so I'm just trying to
Yeah, like
get any handle on it at all.
yeah.
Let's do it again.
Just okay. How about this way? If you are interested in formally 8:30, so kind of meeting close ending. Then if you're interested in this topic, let's have a special study group one more after this one. Does that sound good to
One more role play.
Oh, well, would you like to continue a little more, one more role play? Is it better?
I would like to talk about this, but I'm tired and I need to eat, and it's been, like you say, a long
Right, 19 minutes.
Can we, I would like to get to it soon. When are you available to do that again?
Okay, maybe next, just a minute. I'm thinking next week, same time.
Okay, so
Just a minute. Oh no,
Then it'll be a cliffhanger and that'll be fun to come back to.
do you think so?
Yeah.
Will you be willing to wait that long?
Oh. When would you like? Tomorrow? Let me check.
We have a meeting and that might.
Oh, the Monday one, yeah.
It's 7. So if we're.
No, the meeting tomorrow. Meeting tomorrow is at 5.
Good. Thank you. I've been here for usually like 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. to midnight or something. Maybe 2 days per week as I show up. So catch me. I can.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. Yes. So okay. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Safety team.
Can I say one thing before we break up? If you're doing this kind of stuff, remember the first thing is to take care of yourself.
Yes, your safety first.
And that's when you decide, when you see something happening, it's while you're doing it and it's after you've done it. And you may need to go and talk with someone and say, wow, that was really intense, man.
That's true. That's true.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, sharing yourself.
Stop it.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, this is the guest camera person today. George from Interview with George, who is not recognizable anymore hardly since that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording. Hi viewers. I think I may have found, it's too early to tell, but the second person to log in and use Vigil TV, which I really like. So we're going off the air, but remember that tomorrow at 7 we'll have a meeting here for general camp business that people are going to be here, and we might be able to broadcast. We'll have to find out.
It took a couple hours.